Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is an exciting day. The next Risk of Rain 2 DLC was just announced, and the game has been updated for the first time in over a year. I'm not talking about Risk of Rain Returns, nor am I talking about the Survivors of the Void DLC on console. This is a brand spanking new DLC for all platforms. So, earlier today, Risk of Rain dropped a teaser trailer on their Twitter, so I will go ahead and play that now. So, a couple things to note. As you can see in the trailer, we have 5 meteors headed for Petrichor 5. I've seen some speculation that these could be drop pods, which would be insane because that would indicate 5 new survivors. I don't think this is the case, but I'll get back to that later. This is also a brand new music track, which has some pretty big implications. The composer for this game, Chris Christodoulou, sorry, I probably butchered that, hinted that in the recent dev thoughts, he was working on a project that he can't talk about.
As far as future music is concerned, particularly within the video game realm, there are a couple of projects in the works right now. One is the new Hopu project, which is something that I'm very, very excited about because it's going to be so different from what we've done in the past, and I really can't wait to dive into it and start writing for it. And the other is something that, most of you might be a little bit more familiar with.
The more important thing here is the link in the tweet. Following this takes you to the Steam page for an upcoming Risk of Rain 2 DLC. The screenshots are what we already saw in the trailer, but you can see the cover for this DLC is entirely new and says something in some kind of alien language. If you scroll down to the description, you get this, which is not incredibly descriptive. If I had to guess, I would say this is the start of an ARG. There will be some kind of secret in here that leads to more secrets, which leads to more secrets, and eventually we may be able to decode whatever this is, but who knows. This is something they did a lot when hyping up Survivors of the Void, so it's not incredibly surprising to see them do it again. But this isn't all there is to talk about, because at the same time this trailer dropped, we got a surprise update for Risk of Rain 2. This is the first update we've gotten in over a year, and at the time of recording, I'm not sure if we found everything. If we do, I will update you in a pinned comment. First of all, the patch notes for this update just has a bunch of meteor emojis. So not incredibly descriptive once again, but we know this update did include some bug fixes, and it also changed void fields. Void fields no longer increase the stage counter, which is a little sad. This video I made from last year is outdated. This may be unintentional, but until we're told otherwise, I think we can assume Gearbox meant to do this. But the big change that happened with this update is, like the patch notes say, meteors. Every stage, excluding Hidden Realms and the Moon, now has meteors in the sky, and as you progress through the game, they get bigger and bigger. You can see here on Titanic Plains, there's only 2 of them, and they're pretty far away. But if we now go to Sky Meadows, you can see a lot more of them, and they're much closer to the stage. I'm using a mod to get closer, and it doesn't seem like there's anything on the meteors themselves, but one of my modder friends took a look at these meteors in the files and found something very interesting. There are apparently invisible containers for these meteors with labels, "We have not forgotten," and "You. We have not forgotten you." I suspect we will find out more about this on November 8th, the 10-year anniversary of Risk of Rain 1, the release of Risk of Rain Returns, the release of the console DLC, and the Festival of Gup, which we don't know a lot about, but the dev thoughts did say Risk of Rain 2 fans won't want to miss this showcase. I suspect this is related to whatever is going on with these meteors. But that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated on this, and like the video if you enjoyed. It's going to be a crazy month, and I'm very excited. Ta-ta for now.